Hello and welcome back on my YouTube channel. My name is Vlad, and in today's episode we're gonna compare two whiskies from the original story series from Glenlivet Distillery, Illicit Still and Licensed Drum. Last year, the Glenlivet Distillery decided to release the first edition from the original story series, and that was the Illicit Still whiskey from ex-bourbon casks, 12 years old whiskey, bottled at 48% of ABV, non-chill filtrate, which is the good opportunity to enjoy more the Glenlivet whiskey, because the standard one, the 12 years old or 15 years old, is bottled usually in 40% of ABV. In this case we've got so more grip, so more alcohol content. And the following year they have decided to release the second edition from that, the original story series, which is the Glenlivet Licensed Drum. Let's start from the Glenlivet Illicit Still. As I said, 48% of ABV, ex-bourbon casks only. On the nose, you've got that typical Glenlivet aroma: vanilla, caramel, barley, oats, fresh apple, green fresh apple, some pear, some citrus maybe. Quite fresh, quite nice, slightly sweet. Let's have a taste. On the palate, vanilla, caramel, some spiciness coming up, green apple, nice juicy apple, and then some citrus notes, lemon, I would say, some pears, whiskey, nice and fresh, very enjoyable to be honest, slightly sweet. When swallow, some spiciness coming up. Towards the finish, some walnuts coming up, so the whiskey getting slightly drier, but still very nice, very enjoyable, very nice piece of work to be honest. Very nice whiskey. Let's clean the mouth and go for the second one. As you definitely noticed, I'm on location today. Clay Farm, beautiful place in England, not far away from Birmingham, so you can hear some weird noises all around, but that's what it's about. Enjoy beautiful time with the nature and the good whiskies, of course. Licensed Drum, the second release, also 48% of ABV. Unchill filtrate, don't know nothing about the color to be honest, probably so some caramel has been added. And as far as I know, this is a combination of ex-bourbon and ex-sherry casks. And definitely on the nose you can smell that sherry casks. Still, initially you've got that caramel and vanilla, which is beautiful. And then some raisins, prunes, milk chocolate. Something which reminds me treacle, melassa, which is quite rummy. In this case, there is a notes of burnt sugar, even over burnt sugar. And You can smell slight saltiness in this whiskey. Quite weird, to be honest, because in that first release there was no salt at all, but here I can smell some saltiness, just a touch. But this whiskey, because that sherry cask has been used for maturation of this whiskey, so I think this is more complex, more enjoyable, I would say. Let's have a taste. The licensed drum on the palate initially has that caramel and vanilla, and straight away after that you've got that raisins, milk chocolate taste, that trickle slightly coming up with that slightly saltiness, and little savory, I would say, even, which is quite weird but interesting. When swallow, also little spiciness coming up, but in this case with cinnamon and cloves, in that way, maybe some nutmeg. Towards the finish, this whiskey is definitely sweeter, and on the finish we have that chocolatey raisins with chocolate cover raisins, yeah, definitely, with that slight maltiness, with that cinnamon spiciness, and some oats, maybe barley, think some grain aspects coming up in the finish. Very enjoyable and very nice whiskey, to be honest. If I need to choose between those two, probably I will reach for the licensed drum, because in my opinion this whiskey is slightly more complex and has more texture and has more flavors. I think it's slightly more complex. Reassume this comparison, I think the Illicit still is quite fresh whiskey, quite nice, fresh, juicy, lemony, citrusy, beautiful, nice made whiskey. But the second whiskey, the licensed drum, is more towards the sherry casks, more richer, more dark fruits, more chocolatey. If I need to choose between those two bottles, I would reach for that licensed drum, because in my opinion that sherry casks gave this whiskey more complexity. This whiskey is more interesting, slightly darker, and that saltiness, that trickle notes gave this whiskey better complexity, which is to me more enjoyable, definitely. So just leave me your opinion about this whiskey. Have you ever had opportunity to compare these two bottles? Write it down in the comments down below, please, and just give me your opinion about the Glenlivet distillery. I'm very curious what you think about the Glenlivet whiskies. Yeah, my dear friends and viewers, that's all for today. That's all for this video. Hope you like it, hope you enjoyed it. Leave your thumbs up, please, and click subscribe button. And yeah, just remember, take care about yourself, take care about your families, enjoy your life, enjoy your whiskeys, and see you soon. Bye.